Breakfast on 105.9 Academy FM.
ELO, the Electric Light Orchestra this morning on our Monday morning breakfast show from Academy FM. We'll recap the Brainbusters shortly, take a last look at the traffic and travel, do the birthdays and the showbiz in this hour as well. It's 7 minutes past 9 o'clock, and I'm very pleased that we're joined this morning by the producer and the director of a brand new psychological thriller, which is all due to be made here in the Folkestone area in August. The movie's called Seagull, and I'm joined by Peter Blach, the director, and Mike Rogers, one of the producers. Good morning, you two.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very good. Very good.
Excited to be on the radio.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here. Now, just before we talk about the movie, let's just give you a little bit of synopsis about yourselves from people who don't know you. Peter Blach, the director, born in Denmark, started working in the TV industry in London back in 95. You founded Clip Films, which works with the corporate and public sectors. And you also directed and produced a lot of short films as well, some of which have been screened at international film festivals. So well done for that. And two of your films were nominated for the Time Out Award. I mean, come on. That's not bad, is it? That's pretty good. Also, Mike, we're joined by you as well. Mike's one of the producers. He's been involved in the corporate video world for over 10 years, has a background in business and managing large digital projects. So we welcome both of you to the studio here at Academy FM. It's not just you guys that are involved in the movie. There's some other people as well, isn't there? I think we got James Abbott, who's the writer.
Yeah.
He writes short stories, screenplays and comic books, and his comedy writings have received awards and multiple nominations at short film festivals, and he's even toying, it says here, with the idea of turning Seagull into a graphic novel.
Yes,
that's going to be
if everything goes well.
Yeah. Absolutely. And one of the other producers is Hayley Medwell, who can't be with us. She's in London today. She's worked as a freelance producer, also been producing a documentary series called Inside the Music, and as well as Seagull, she's also working on several other feature films as a producer too. So it's got a really good background of very solid people behind this movie.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Okay, let's start off with Peter first of all. Now, Peter, you are the brains behind this. You're the person who conjured up this psychological thriller called Seagull. Just tell us how it all came about.
I moved to Folkestone about 7 years ago, and I spent a lot of time out on the Warren. Right. Now, if you're local to Folkestone, you might have heard of a character called Mungo, who used to live out on the Warren. Sadly, he passed away about 3-4 years ago, and there was a documentary made about him. But he was a guy who lived out there, off the grid, and I think the idea of somebody living on the beach completely, on their own, that was inspiring to me, and I think that was the beginning of a character that started developing in my head, and then lots of things sort of came on top of that. But yeah, that was the beginning of the idea to Seagull.
Okay, now here at Academy FM we first heard of the movie last year, and we were talking about it then. I think probably the same time last year is when we kind of got the wind of what was going on. Tell us how things have progressed in the past 12 months.
Oh, well, it's taken us about 3 years to get the script ready, and finally it's ready. So we're now full into casting. We're looking for sponsors. We've got one major sponsor already on board, which is called Church and Dwight, and thank you very much to Church and Dwight. They're a local business.
Excellent.
They make sort of toothpaste and Batiste hairsprays and stuff, and they employ about 400 people. So big thumbs up to these guys. They're a major sponsor, and we're looking for more sponsors. We've got a house to film in. That's going to be the major set. We've got lots of local people, creative people involved, making sculptures and costumes and set design.
I say it's been over a year, and that year slowly it's progressed, and slowly we've bought, things have happened and things have been brought in.
Because it must be really difficult, I would have thought, when you're preparing for a movie like this, is to get permission from people to film in certain locations and stuff like that.
Well, do you know what? Funny enough, that's not so much not being the hard part, because people obviously want. What we're finding, I think, as we go around, is that people actually want to help, and that's great, And so we're going to talking to business where we want. For instance, there was there's a local fishmongers recently. We just go and talk to them, and they want to be involved and they want to help. So actually, that's not been a major. One of the biggest things is getting the right people, for the parts. That's such a huge part of it, and obviously we're getting a house. We need a house for the whole of August, and there's lots of things going to happen to this house. So again, we've got to thank someone that the person we've got to actually know through a friend of a friend, and he's helping us out on that, because that was a huge thing. Because the house is going to be a lot of things going to happen to that house. as part of the story, and we need to put it right at the end. But
okay, and it's all being filmed here in Folkestone, the Folkestone area.
Yeah.
And like I said, one of the last things we heard about was you were looking for a female lead. How's that been going?
Oh,
Right.
well, we got some great news. We've actually got there's an actress called Jessica Hines, who's quite well known,
Yeah.
and she lives in Folkestone, and she liked the script, and she really wants to be a part of the
it's
film.
quite a big thing, and she's also just a great actress. So that's going to be a big help to the film.
Can you at this stage give us a little overview of the movie?
Yeah, I mean it's about a 14-year-old girl who gets rejected by her family, and then she disappears, and then she goes off and survives on a beach for 8 years without any contact to people in society, and now her body is sort of taking a toll and deteriorating, and so now she's coming back to confront the family that she left behind, but she appears a little bit mentally and physically deranged, and so as she approaches the family, they get very frightened about her appearance, and nobody really understands why she's kind of aggressive towards them. But as the film progresses, we hope to reveal some of those things and what happened 8 years ago.
Well, that is, there's lots and twists and turns and things that you perhaps thought were aren't, and it changes all the time as you go through the film. So it's quite complex, a story. It's also quite exciting, and there's lots of things that happen. And it's one of those films you will sit down, and it will be an hour and a half in, and it goes like that because it's something riveting to watch.
And a mask is heavily featured in this movie as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So the girl who comes from the beach, she has a protector and a mentor with her to kind of help her do the things she needs to do in town.
Okay.
He's called Thorn, and he appears with a mask and a big costume and stuff. He's
quite a frightening character, isn't he?
He's quite frightening. Yeah, you wouldn't want to meet him down in dark alley, that's for sure.
Late at night, no, definitely not.
Okay. All right, so it starts filming here in Folkestone in a few weeks' time.
Yep.
You both must be very excited about this.
Super excited.
Yeah.
Sometimes
busy.
I can't even sleep.
So, folks, if you see Mike and Pete and the rest of the team there filming in and around Folkestone, don't interfere with them too much, but just after they finish filming, go up and shake them by the hand.
Just wave.
Yeah, just wave at them from a distance.
But you're right. See, we want actually Folkestone. I mean, we're from Folkestone. We live in Folkestone. We lived here for quite a long time now, both of us, and we want very much Folkestone. Folkestone's almost part as a character within the film because it's loads of the shots are out in the Warren, lots of shots in the town. So it's actually like part of the film, a character in the film, and we want people to be involved in that, local people as much as possible to help, and that's why we want to. We were talking earlier about saying that if we can get local businesses to help, that would be amazing. So things like if you're a caterer or you're a vehicle hire or especially like bed and breakfast, we've got lots of people that need putting up. Would love to hear from you and talk to you about it and see if you can help, or see if we can help each other. And we've
got a big Twitter campaign going.
Yeah, and if you want to contact us,
we've got various ways of advertising.
It's Seagull.com.
Okay, Mike. Okay, Pete. So good luck with the movie, and we'll give contact details in just a sec. But before we do that, what are we talking about? Completion in a couple of years' time? Out?
No. We're going to be screening it next year at the Folkestone Triennial 2017.
Fabulous.
So that's going to be the opening of the film, and then we'll take it out to festivals and see how far we can take it. But yeah, so there's going to be a local screening. And
great. Okay. So if people want to get involved, donate, if people want to sponsor or whatever, how can they contact you?
As you say, the best way to do it is all our details on www.seagull.com, the movie. Seagullthemovie.com, I should say.
Okay, jolly good.
Yeah. So seagullthemovie.com, and all our details are there. And if they can contact us, that'd be great, and we can have a conversation with them and see if we can help each other.
Okay, Mike Rogers and Peter Blach, good luck with the movie. Thank you very much for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Breakfast on 105.9 Academy FM.